Hi,
Hello,
recording.
recording. All right, we're back in the heart. We're in the labyrinth. We're hunting a minotaur with some varying, hmm, yeah, varying opinions about how to proceed.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like varying degrees of success.
That too. Yes, I mean that's just always that.
No, I think we've been successful. Well, okay, other than
I mean, we're halfway there. Wait, are we? Yes, seven
we're a
out. No,
little, we're a little
Yeah,
over half.
yeah.
are you? Do you count up or down?
It's counting up.
What- No, it goes from. I started at
Yeah, we're
12.
less than halfway there. We're
Yeah,
not even halfway there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
hmm Yeah, you did some decent like work. It's just like your rolls for the actual resistance rolls against the delve were pretty low.
Quick, Jay,
Um,
what are the chances of rolling two threes on 2d8?
Uh,
Low.
Specifically, two in 64.
Yeah, there we go. I put Trusty on that camp set and it failed me. We could have been done. We could have been done. I could have rolled a crit and then rolled a 10 and we could have been done.
Well, let's go over beats.
I
Silk,
got
what are yours?
my beats are help an important or influential figure in a haven and slay a beast that drops resources of D10 or higher quality. So it turns out actually I do kind of want to kill the Minotaur. I Harley want to kill the Minotaur. Silt is ambivalent. So we will play Silt the way she ought to be played because I don't believe in metagaming. I say as I loudly metagame.
You got to metagame responsibly.
Yeah,
It's true.
I metagame
Um,
specifically so that I don't metagame.
the Penitent Incarnadine, what are your beats?
The Penitent Cardin's beats currently are to put yourself in great danger to protect your companions and to make reparations to an NPC that you have personally wronged.
Interesting. Pluvici, and your two? Excellent. The Minotaur would be an outsider, probably. It's not from this plane, so we'll see. We'll see. Uh, okay. Well, I think we can just jump right into it, right? It's the morning, or well, equivalent to it in this labyrinth. You got your 8 hours of rest, whatever. Um, Now you have
Excuse you. I am an elf. I only need 4 hours of meditation.
you sleep.
They wrote drow in the book. Just
Yeah,
saying.
and
Do they? Does that term originate from something other than D&D?
well, they sure as hell weren't birthed from the loins of Coralon.
Who the fuck? You're just making up names. That's
That's
not a
that's the elf god.
not the drow elf god.
They Coralon was there first. Lolth was it later. Anyway, you sleep. I mean, you don't have to sleep. But you don't have to also game rule from D&D.
Anyway, good night. Good night, Harley. Good night,
No.
Silt.
According to the creative origins of this word, it's actually derived from the word trow, which is just troll. Drow are trolls, not elves.
I mean, elves and goblins and fairies are all basically different ways to describe the same kind of freaks.
So is kobold. Kobold is just German for goblin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just goblins all the way down.
Yeah. Well, no, you did. You're waking up from your
Yeah,
nap.
we woke up from a nap.
Yeah, it's the next day.
I have raises my hand. Could my nap have cured me of my one echo stress?
No.
You're not the GM. I'm asking Tori.
Well,
I heard
Tori
no
is saying no.
Tori.
That's not how this game works.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
sorry,
asking.
bud.
I wish a good nap could cure my stress. Good God.
Especially because 1/3 of all the delve stuff we do is sleeping. On account of we only have like 2 or 3 delve items, and one of them is a camping set. Yo, actually, I just realized this is
biggest
just.
issue is that most of us don't have. Only one of us has has delve as a skill.
I mean, if M wants to have the camping set, I mean, it's only trusty because I gave it trusty.
Still trusty.
It's a D8. Although, if things go to plan, I will not only be gaining the delve skill, I will also be gaining the ability to increase my delve dice as long as I am hurt. And I am always hurt. And I have very carefully maintained a stack of being hurt at all times.
Strategic pain.
Yeah. Why would I get. Listen, I need all of these ongoing echoes to ensure that whenever someone tries to shoot me, it doesn't do anything. Anyways, roll your dice. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you.
That's it. We're just gaming. We're trying to find a Minotaur, you know. We're just
This time. We did. We did. You, oh, I guess you did.
You know
Didn't
why
roll.
we didn't? It wasn't. Our delve attempts have not been successful. There's only 3 of us, and you're using a foreman's kit.
Damn.
Hey, can I have server powers real quick?
Blink, 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 blink.
Cool. Can you? Well, nothing. Nothing. Go ahead. Yeah. Our hold on. Our
Or
current
it's whatever domain you have that's relevant. I mean, if you don't have it, it won't have to die, so that's nice.
relevant domains are Warren and technology.
Hmm.
No,
No, it just gives you the
better
ability
dice.
to better dice usually.
It determines what your die you roll to the damage die versus the delve essentially.
I could help to give you mastery. Oh no, I help to give you +1. Well, wouldn't you know? I've been to a lot of places and done a lot of things in my many, many years while down here, and sometimes I have had to use dimensional barometers before. So I'm going to point out when you're doing it wrong. Is that sufficient? Is that is that sufficient to help Tori?
Uh, I suppose so. Sure.
Hell yeah!
I like this. I like that you're familiar with that.
I don't have one
that tech.
myself, but you know.
Risky down here.
Oh, we're dead.
Oh, Lord. Twos.
I'm glad you didn't roll a 1.
My goodness, Pluvici. Yeah, it's pretty bad. You're using your dimensional barometer, so let's see.
I also helped and am implicated in this failure.
I think that this is. You know what? Why don't you roll me a d6 and we'll go from there. Let's see what your dimensional barometer walks you into.
1.
Okay, that's exciting. Both of you are going to take a D. Oh shit! I just closed down that tab that I needed. Um. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Take a D6 of blood stress as you're following the barometer. Um, well, no, not quite. Do you remember that uh machine that I told you about that last time that was like trying to fix something broken?
Right. Right.
Well, there's
Well,
another one. Um,
Struggling to balance the the incarnadine class.
I'll be taking
um,
that stress. Thank
no, well, so you're following the dimensional barometer and you follow it to a particularly uh vicious tear in the like fabric of this place that is currently trying to be repaired by this construct um and it is working in such a flurry and so quickly to stitch it as this tear is getting uh bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it is keeping up but just barely. um it lashes like you turn a corner and you're like lashed out, like its arms are moving so fast that you both get slashed by these like razor sharp, like like almost like knitting, like sewing needle, like like some kind of textile needle type arm, as it is weaving this metal thread trying to hold it together, like basically bandaging up a like metal wall. These things are sort of like Omni Tool type robots. They're just distributed by the machine god to, like, they're like the heavy lifter. Like, what is the antibodies that, like, I guess they're like the white blood cells for problems down here. It's the big guns. Yeah, think of like more like mechanical, but in spirit they're like the keepers. Yeah. This
Oh,
time,
actually,
uh
do I also take damage from this? Because actually, I was helping anyways, regardless of whether or not I can sergeant my way through this.
yes, you would both take a d6 of blood stress.
All right, let's see. Boop. No stress. I win.
Sick.
Yeah, and nice.
Oh, I think we're being protected from an ability that Harley did.
No.
But at this point, you are close enough that this thing sees you as a threat. You are also a foreign object
Hmm.
to be dealt with.
Can I flash it my machine god token and tell it to fuck off?
I mean, it has resistance. That could be a means of um hmm. You know what? I mean, I guess you could try. Do you have compel?
I have command. No, that's not a skill here.
That's not a thing.
No, sorry. I do not have compel.
You would have to come. I mean, you could do it anyways. You would just
Do we
have to
all have
compel.
tokens in the machine god? Or is that only a silt thing? It looks like it's only a silt thing.
No, I think you all got a token. You all got one.
I must not have. Is that
Yeah.
a resource?
Yeah.
Yep.
Its only domain tag is technology, and it is worth a D4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll nothing, Warren. Is this also risky?
Yes.
Go. Fuck off.
Success at a cost. Take stress. So what is this? Is it literally just what you said? You're gonna flash it
Yeah.
and say "fuck off"?
I hold up the token. I'm like, get bent. Leave us alone. We're supposed to be here.
It what counts as its like head and eyes leans forward while a bundle of limbs continue to stitch and sew at this tear in reality. I think you take a d6 of mind stress as you are forced, as you, like, I guess, are a little too close to this like reality bending stuff to deal with.
I don't think the situation is going to last much longer, so I'm actually just going to declare that is fortune stress.
Okay.
Using in the thick of it. 4.
4 fortune stress.
Fortune.
And then
Roll me a Fallout test.
Fallout.
No
we're
Fallout.
good.
Lucky to be silt for now. Okay, cool. So you this thing will let you pass now, although it is very suspicious of you. But yes, you have successfully. Um, when you look into it, it is like placing two mirrors like against each other, like facing each other, and it just repeats infinitely. Uh at least that is what that is what we would see as like people, but it is just viscerally unpleasant to look at. Um to the point where it like more than a passing glance will give you mind stress. Like that's how it would be drawn in like a picture, but like for us, yeah, you looking at it for more than a passing glance is like will hurt you.
And this is like possibly the nature of the place from which the Minotaur hails.
Yeah, could be. You get the sense that your vision and your bee's vision is not supposed to see it. It's like that sort of thing. Like looking into like if you and I were presented a fourth dimensional a tear into the fourth dimension, it would just like yeah would not compute. Um, no, you were not told that they were down here.
That, my
But
friend,
they
is a
look like they were made by like they share enough visual language with the machine gods bits and bobs that it's safe to assume they're related.
that, my friend, is a motherfucker extreme. Tried to stitch us up like we were a hole in space. Fuck that guy.
Um, this sounds like a roll. So I think this would probably need to be. You could kill it to get those needles for
This
sure. Like
seems like
that's
a
an
real
option.
seems really dangerous. Like we can't even look at these tears, and you're suggesting that we try and repair them. Um,
Right, you'll never know what kills you until you die doing something.
would it penitence like would it not be more uh efficient to simply direct these to the Minotaur's location should that be necessary? The whatever the looks at you, the repair drone, whatever this is, it's already well underway doing this task. This task is beyond our ken. We should simply point it in the direction if there are any more tears once the Minotaur is dealt with. if you just want to take these things for yourself, uh, no judgment. Uh, no need for pretenses here. We could simply observe it under work. Perhaps we could find one. The next time we find one, we could maybe set up camp there.
It begins to finally make headway. It seems to have like sewn enough of the fissures to begin with this fine silvery like lattice type stitching um begin. Go ahead. It is first going in a circle, or it is going around the edges. It is trying to go for it is effectively doing like an edge stitch to stop the fraying, and then if it you know manages to close the loop of that like edge stitching and then stabilize this like window, this like circle, or more jagged than that, right? But like it stabilized this tear from spreading further. It begins to um create a lattice of like stitches, um like left, right, left, right, left, right, like up, just creating just like an up and down, left and right lattice until um it is tight enough that it just sort of looks like a sheet of metal. The stitching is like that clean. Now, this sheet of metal looks out of place as it's like in the middle of like, you know, a a wall that used to be covered in like pipes and dials and stuff. But like it is like yeah, and suddenly you realize those weird, like you've seen a lot of these just kind of as you've been wandering, as you've been going through this labyrinth. There have been a lot of these like random patches of like super smooth metal, and that is what those were, repairs done by these constructs. Mm, mhm. Um, no. Um, not not so far at least. No. It's been like couple here and there. Maybe like a cluster of them, and then a and then there wouldn't be any for a while. Like I guess maybe sites where the Minotaur has done a particularly intense work of damaging the place. Um, but like you've also just seen like gouges and claw marks too. So it's almost like there's both dimensional damage and just physical damage that you've seen done by the Minotaur so far. Yeah. I mean, and you can try to like directly talk to this thing too if you want. Um, its head turns on a swivel, looks at you. It kind of looks at you for a few, maybe 2 long moments, and then begins walking down the corridor. And maybe 10 or so paces away, it looks back at you, turns back, and begins walking again.
Penitent kind of puts a hand on the metal that's been freshly used to repair reality. So does this metal look like it's just kind of floating in place, or like does it feel like the terrain itself, like there's like a cliff that was like sewn together to like create this like repair?
A cliff. It's like just occasionally there's just like these like it's like it's anchored on an existing structure.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll occasionally just be walking and suddenly there's like a piece of sheet metal sticking out of a wall.
Uh, the thing. So, as previously established, this is not a maze. It is a labyrinth, and so that there is only the one way in and out. It's essentially a straight line. Despite twists and turns, it all goes the same to the same place. Is this thing going deeper or leaving? Like,
It is going deeper.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. I'm all for following it. It's going
Yeah.
the way we're going, anyways.
the impression I was getting out of character was that it was following in the wake of the Minotaur.
I mean, the Minotaur would probably be going the other way because it's trying to get out.
Well, the labyrinth has drawn the Minotaur to it.
So the Minotaur is not trying to escape this labyrinth. The Minotaur is trying to escape to this plane of existence, using the labyrinth as a gateway. Like
Mm.
it wants to be in this plane, and it can use sufficiently big labyrinths as gateways.
So the irony here, then, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is that by continuously making the labyrinth bigger in an attempt to delay the Minotaur, it wants harder to be here. And also because, from what I understood, the limiting factor of the Minotaur being here is that it itself is very large. The more mazes, the more labyrinth is made, the more space there is, so the more of it can be here.
It sounds
No
like
one thought this plan through. No.
I disagree. Don't be so hasty. The penitent says, kind of contemplating, with like a hand kind of rubbing the chin of the mask. Um, what sounds like is occurring is the Minotaur presents an existential threat, um, at least to the stability and safety of Dust. And in order to deal with the Minotaur decisively, it appears to be perhaps this plan is drawing it in full so it can be exterminated in full.
By us.
The penitent nods. If some element of it was remained within its home plane, it may not be sufficient to it. The finer details of extraplanar existences escape this one, but perhaps it needs to be here to be actually put down in any sort of final way. But the penitent is inclined to follow in the wake of this machine
Mhm, mhm.
until we get another lead because we don't have any other good leads.
Yeah. So somebody
Penitent
roll
will
me a
go-
D4 because you just got a boon. You decided to follow this thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So just roll D4. So that's a D4 to reduce the delve.
Yep. Yeah.
So another thing to keep in mind, maybe this is to Harley, maybe this is to Silk, is that the Minotaur may not necessarily. The Minotaur is clearly wrecking things, so this may not be a proper labyrinth with the Minotaur running amok. Let's
Oh,
go.
oof.
We are halfway done, baby.
Yes.
We
So
Halfway done,
are
baby.
going to die
25%.
in this labyrinth.
25% of the time, I always roll a 1.
well, here's your new lead. You follow this thing to the first genuine fork in the road here. So I guess this is not technically a true labyrinth. I mean, it never was a true labyrinth anyways, because like there have been multiple doors you can choose, but the choice is arbitrary. There's always going to be more doors. There's always going to be more rooms. It's just like recursive, just like you pick one door and it's just going to create another room for you to
The
like.
more we zoom in, the less labyrinthine it looks, but the more you zoom out, those little imperfections don't matter too much.
Exactly. Yeah, no, exactly.
Every
That's
every door leads to another door, but at the end of the day, all of the doors will eventually lead to the Minotaur.
yeah, no, that's exactly that's the it is a labyrinth in that there is always you will always go to the same end point, but it is not necessarily like a single path. But this is a genuine fork in the road. You can feel the sort of like pressure of something important down a long and dark corridor. And the construct that has been half escorting you, half looking for more work, has stopped. It will not go further. But it stands at this corridor, the entrance to this corridor, almost like it's guarding it. And you can either I mean, yeah, what do you guys do?
So it does not seem, to the best of our understanding, it does not seem to be unable to choose or confused. It is deliberately, it has stopped.
It
Or is there
has
any way for us to
stopped.
even tell that?
I'm not really why don't you give me a discern?
Cool. I'm good. Bad at that.
Well, I mean, whoever wants to like understand this thing's true nature
Mhm.
is able to give me a discern technology on this. yeah, your B vision is fucked up.
This might just have to be a plot point. This might just be Chekhov's machine consciousness. We'll have to resolve it later.
I do want to say right now, I am never taking discern as a skill on Silt. She actively avoids learning about heart-bound creatures as much as possible. She does not want to understand what's going on around her any more than she needs to stop what's going on around her from happening. What what's the roll?
No.
Oh God, no. No, that would be 0 dice. That would be one whole die. That would actually be 0 dice for me because it's a risky roll.
I think the Penitent Card is intrigued. Oh my god, I alt tabbed and my thing zoomed in 500%. But I don't think that it's one of those things that I just don't think the Penitent is like in a place to like is gonna leave it as a curiosity at this point. I'm gonna I'm gonna frame the lack of the skill as a, it is not just something that they is valued at the moment.
Just a
Mm. This would be controlled too because you're in a calm situation. This thing is not hostile to you anymore.
oh, okay, so I wouldn't be rolling with 0 dice if I did want to roll, but 1 dice. No.
Wait, do you get mastery because you're working towards a connection? How does that work?
I don't think we are working towards a connection because
No, you're not right now. Not yet. Next time.
yeah, this we were that never. This is a delay. This is a side thing because the penitent failed that compel roll.
You're right. Yeah. Get good.
So you get mastery from either no. You get mastery from either having a knack in your skill, which is like if your skill is hunt, your knack would be like hunting a specific thing. Or you get mastery if an ability you have gives it to you. Like if I roll an evade roll, I have the ability, the better part of valor. So if I succeed on evade, you both get mastery until my next turn.
Funny enough, mastery is not in the index.
That's kind of scuffed.
Not even like once. Not even just like a. No, I know it's just funny. I think
And you,
how to play it tells you like it's just like it's just an extra die, relevant mastery, and then under Nax it says it'll give you mastery.
yeah, and you get a knack by taking a skill an additional time on top of already having it.
Skill or domain.
Skill or domain, yeah, you can have knacks in a domain too.
Yeah, but masteries don't stack, so like you only count mastery from one source. So like if we're working on a connection, it's part of the Penitent and Carnadine's network. Your Nax don't give you extra mastery, but yeah. So we need to choose left or right, huh? We need to choose left or right. There's a fork in the road. Add a character. Yeah.
That's
No,
a D4 resource right there.
that
Fork
did
in the road.
that did make me giggle, but it didn't come through.
um, the results of your roll. As you study this thing, you understand that this is much like your bees. This is a worker. This is a worker bee for the machine goddess. You can understand it as so. It it is staying here out of a deep and profound, almost programmatic, probably even inherently programmatic because it's a robot, uh, respect for its queen at the end of this hallway. Your bees fucking hate this. Take a D6, rather, your bees are. No, they don't hate it. They love it. Oh, they're super. They're jazzed more than they are in a mechanical hive. They were. It's almost It is divine. I would like you to take a D6 of Echo Stress, as your bees are deeply and profoundly impacted by the majesty that is this artificial hive. Oof. 6 Echo Stress. You hate to see it. But you have at 3 protection, so you're at to 3. Fallout test.
Wait, you have 3 blood and 3 echo? That's crazy. Am I? Oh yeah, sorry. I guess I did. No, I gave everybody trusty and brutal to hand out to a weapon and delve item of their choice. I didn't give anybody blood protection.
There was something that gave us blood protection at the start of this delve.
No, that's just me. Yeah.
Just go back like 3 recordings. I mean, I also have it on here. Like there I remember explicitly I added it at the end of the session because it was something that and then you were like, I'm gonna do it next time. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it now so I don't forget.
I Yeah, and I have brutal 2 on my big game rifle, which is how I know I handed out brutal. And I have trusty on my. Is my camping set already considered trusty? Did I just forget that? Yeah, hold on. Is the camping set in our camping? Um, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea. No Fallout. Good for you. Yeah. So y'all can go deeper into the labyrinth or take this little side path and see what kind of big fucking deal is at the end of it. Hmm. Oh, well, I mean, you guys haven't done anything good yet, so
And we just
yeah, you've all been bad.
There's something that gave us the block tag on anything. I'm still thinking about this.
I mean, Blavici has the gas mask, but that's only blocked towards
uh,
but only for like
air-based. Yeah.
respiratory based stuff.
Whoever's fucking using it too. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry to pull us back in.
Hmm.
Hexagon?
Hexagons.
Yeah.
Fuck
Those
hexagons.
beans just need to be fucking. You just need to put them down and make some new ones. This is out of character. Really sucks when Penitent and Cardinine in 100 years on the deathbed. It really sucked that one time Pulvici's inner being became a labyrinth and a minotaur just exploded out of her. I'm going to die now.
Explosion.
Uh,
And Carnadine funerals must be like behind blast doors. Like,
well, no, they're already. They don't die at a funeral.
dumbass. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Fucking it. I mean,
Yeah, they just don't have those. Is the thing. They're like, no, you can stay at home. It's fine. So the penitent incarnate walks up to Plavici as Plavici seems to be like having a moment and kind of looks between Plavici and Silt and asks, "So which direction?"
oh, Gwen is awake. Give me a sec.
Sure.
Jay, do you have a piece of Delve gear that has the trusty tag?
I do.
Did it have the trusty tag before?
I believe it did. The ever-changing map, I think, did always have trusty. It was both trusty and unreliable. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Let me do that for my revolver. I don't think I'm pretty sure, is that a default item? Hold on. The ever-changing map? No, that's a Tory original. I think it always had trusty. I think it was trust or oh, I have to double check. You know, I thought it was written down good enough, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it was written down good enough, and then we took like a 2-week break, and now we're fucking stupid. Don't say that. I have such terrible restart-itis. I'll do it.
Oh, we have never typed the words ever-changing map in this fucking.
Hold on. Ever.
Like, I don't know if there's like a hyphen. I don't know if there's not a hyphen. Map showed up a lot, but map is a word that we use quite a bit. Let's see. The last time Tori sent me a message that included the word map in April 2024 and in March 2021.
According to the search mode in Flight of the Erinys channel, searching every single chat log, the last time the word map was used, the most recent time the word map was used
Was in January.
was in January. And the only time ever changing has been used was in 2022 by M. In the phrase, under the moonfall, our mechs are idealized bodies, irrepressible, ever-changing, and often faster than we can keep up with. Poetry from Austin_Walker's Waypoint review of Demon Ex Machina. sorry, it's a quote. It's a quote. Apologies.
Fuck.
It's a bang ass. That's a
That
dope.
was good. I did that. You did not
I
do that.
wrote that dude. And then if we switch it to ever changing with no space, that word has never been used. If we add a hyphen, it just goes back to the Austin Walker bit, because I guess Discord considers hyphens and spaces to be the same character.
Cool.
If we do ever changing map, no results.
It's currently with the Penitent and Carnadine.
Yeah, I okay, hold on.
Oh,
How do I?
is there any way to search the chat in fucking Roll20?
There is. There are 10 pages. So here, I will do this. Map. All right, nothing on page 1.
Are you doing Control F?
I am. I opened the chat archive for the Heart of the City Beneath. Nothing on page 2.
Oh, you can show on one page, Harley.
Can I? Oh, show on one page. Okay.
Yes. Ever-changing map. D6 Delve, Trusty, Unreliable. So it has Trusty 1. Let's go. Good job, Harley.
All right.
did it.
So
Thank you, Austin
you
Walker.
all do in fact have brutal and +1 blood protection. Thank you, ever-changing map, for being trusty.
Oh, what is what is the +1 blood protection thing?
It is in fact from forewarned and forearmed.
Okay. So it only gives you that. So it's either blood protection or brutal or trusty.
No, I can give you 2 because I have the upgrade that gives us
Okay,
2.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, there's I can give brutal, trusty, blood protection, echo protection, or mind protection.
I'm just gonna be sitting here smug for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. So sorry. Actually, it's whetstone and weapon drill to give brutal, checked and triple checked to give trusty. I can tell you to toughen up to get +1 blood protection. I can give you a drink for the road for +1 mind protection, or I can creatively acquisition something for +1 supplies protection.
Nice. I wrote down that currently I have silver plated hollow points that I have to give back to you. That are giving me brutal 1 at the moment.
Excellent. And the for fucking the brutal tag on your stupid fucking honey knife is just a whetstone, I guess. we took extra time to sharpen the honey knife. The only knife in the whole world that doesn't actually need to be sharp.
I'm back.
It's so funny. It's not that the apiary knife is sharp. It's just that anything it touches becomes
Honey.
has the properties of an apiary, and so it becomes the perfect tool for dismantling them.
So, Tori, we did figure it out. I am giving the group blood protection. All of our things that have trusty just already had trusty.
He's gonna be a
Oh,
little smug for the next 5 minutes or so.
that's funny.
We figured it out.
Well,
Uh,
I'm proud of you all.
you know, and it's a gift for Tori that she didn't have to hear a single word of that unless she listens to the recording.
Okay, now what? What are you doing?
Yeah, the penitent. No,
No,
the thing
it's
is stopped. That's the whole point. That's the reason the fork matters.
yeah. Either
The
do another
reason
delve
the
roll.
reason we were even the reason okay, the reason the penitent was even considering was like contemplating this was why did it stop? That's the whole reason. Was like, did it stop for a reason? Does it look confused? Because Tori described it as like guarding something. That was initially the impetus for even making a roll.
We have been sitting here doing nothing for too long. So we are either picking a hallway or I'm making camp again.
Oh, that's a really funny. Yeah, Tori, if there's a right to choice to make, um, it's if we fail the delve roll, we clearly
Yeah.
Uh,
um. Hmm. I think we can say standard for this one.
okay. The penitent is going to help, and the penitent is going to help because I love the idea that we're arguing over this. The penitent is good at making arguments, is great at compel. So that's where the penitent's mastery is coming in. Is that we are going to come to a decision, and neither of us respect Silt's military authority, so it has to, Silt can't just command us to
how
do something.
many times have I kept you all alive in terrible situations?
That makes you a peer. That doesn't make you our commanding officer. We respect you as a friend, not as a boss.
You are the reason why you two are the reason. No, you're not the reason why I drink.
Nice. Okay.
I
I
love
am
the idea that we all just kind of in a mass, just kind of collectively decide to go in one direction.
Okay. Well, so I think the standard roll for this is a D4 for the delve, with if you're not using any particular gear for it. Yeah. So
we
roll
are
I think that
just
okay.
talking.
I think that's the most
Yeah.
honest. And look at that, we're rewarded. Who cares if we have a D8 tool if we don't ever roll above a 4?
You fucking losers.
Vindicated.
So
The
this means
bullshitting works
okay.
80% of the time, 100% of the time.
Avicii covers her eyes and walks forward. Um,
I like to think that we just like start just kind of drifting in a direction like a bunch of idiots that are arguing tend to do.
yeah. Well, you
Uh,
you enter a new room at the end of this, corridor, and an the sort of like the heat in here is oppressive. Not like causes damage oppressive, but like walking outside on like a 90-degree, like 100+ degree day. There's no shade, there's no breeze, just oppressive heat. And some kind of like eldritch range mechanism occupies the room. Steam is jetting out of vents every couple of seconds from next to you, behind you, deep into the room that you can't even see. Impossibly large pistons pump some kind of hydraulic fluid through a frankly dizzying array of tubes, an almost labyrinthine array of tubes, you could say. And you cannot see the other side of the room. You cannot even get to it. It's not so much that you can't, there isn't a path. There's a catwalk going around this machine, but you could walk on that catwalk for the rest of your life and you would not get to the end of it. At the there's sort of like this, 10 by 20 foot mesh grate flooring, and connected to this strange machine is what the four of us would recognize as a rudimentary computer. Think something like Fallout, like text-based, only text, no images, very clacky keyboard of plastic, faded, keys, almost like mechanical keys before that was desirable. Like we went from like a mechanical key to like a typewriter to a like a plunger, like a silicon plunger key on a keyboard, back to a mechanical keyboard. But it's like the old style, just sort of like very clacky key. And there is a text prompt. I don't know if any of you know how to type or know what the fuck this is in front of you, but yeah. A blinking cursor. You hear the mechanical hum of a camera, like zooming in, zooming out. And on the screen says, "Hello, Pluvici."
Are the characters on the keyboard in a language Silt recognizes?
Yes, yeah, it's standard English, whatever. It's whatever we call the standard language of the day in this world.
All right. I mean, this looks like a typewriter, so
yeah, you would recognize like it's set up like a typewriter. If you know what a typewriter is, you're like, oh, this is a keyboard connected to some kind of machine.
Yeah, try typing hello. What your eyes are covered. Get out of the way. Hello.
It cease to these.
Fucking can you?
Hello.
Well, my question is yes, you Pluvici probably can read, but your eyes are covered and you see through your bees. Can your bees read? So scoot the fuck over. Hello. Click,
Hello,
clack, click,
Silt.
clack, clack.
How does the Silt type? Does Silt peck or does Silt home road this shit?
I think Silt does like a super fucked up kind of typing where
Silt is typing like 300 different people at once.
Silt is typing, but not hunting and pecking, but is typing exclusively with one hand because her hand is big enough to reach the whole keyboard.
Yowie hands. She's
Yeah,
got baseball mitt hands.
We're getting a disturbing perspective view of Silt's anatomy.
Silt is small. Silt is 5 foot. Silt is exactly 5 feet tall. She just. I should clarify. Her hand isn't big. It's just that she's got like fucking
Papa hands.
I was thinking in terms of D&D drow, and I was going to say that her fingers are very spider-like, so they're like longer and maybe a couple extra like knuckles compared to like a human standard hand.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine.
Hands have puss.
No. Well, not right now. Not right now they don't. I want to. If Silt ever gets that Fallout, I will have to retire the character. But yeah, no. So Silt is like a combination of home rowing, but only with the one hand because she doesn't need to use the other hand.
I see. I see. Well, anyways, this is all very important set dressing.
But yeah,
Hello, Silt.
hello. Who is this?
Hmm.
I can actually hold on. I'm going to turn my camera on for a moment. It's like this. Oh, I have fucking Discord.
Yeah, you got
Stupid bullshit
background.
on.
Yeah, you
me-
do have
give me-
Discord stupid bullshit on. This is this one is known as the Machine Goddess.
It. I have
It's
to go
been
back.
days.
Did you type that out?
Oh, it's good to finally meet you. Ah, I fucked up. I used to be really good at this, actually. It used to be. It's really useful for World of Warcraft. It was useful for WoW stuff before I figured out that you could voice call people on the internet.
God.
Oh yeah, no. It's good to finally meet you. Uh,
Indeed. Face to, well, metaphorical face. You hear the camera, like, the lens, like, shift and zoom, that, like, whirring noise again.
I think the metaphor might be both of us, considering the inherent gestalt nature of myself as well. Yes, I'm having a fucking conversation, Pluvici. God.
You do have a face, though.
I mean, I have this face and I have 299 other faces as well. Which one is truly Silt is honestly a matter of perspective.
The other hounds did not go by Silt.
Maybe they just haven't gone by Silt yet.
Interesting.
We're down here performing a service for you.
Indeed.
Would you be able to tell us if we're getting close to our objective?
Closer than anyone else.
That's good. Any advice for us before we get moving again?
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, I said, who is this? Because I was typing it out to the computer machine in game.
Yeah, the answer, by the way, is Silt.
Also, I mean, I didn't know that was ludicrous, but
Yeah, he was. That's what he looked like in a music video, and he threw out a pitch in a baseball game like that.
yeah, look at his fucking sneakers, though. That's the
I
real
didn't
crazy
even
shit.
notice those.
This
Fucking
man got
crazy.
fuck his Popeye ass arms and hands. This motherfucker got some stompers.
Kingdom Hearts ass feet.
He is what we call in the biz stable. That guy is not getting wobbled down. I don't think you have to imagine because I think that's exactly what he did.
I mean, I gotta walk out. I gotta walk everywhere with feet like that. So
You asked if any for any advice.
yes.
He did not walk out there. It looks like he rode on a vehicle out there.
Wait, hold up. Were the shoes real? Those aren't photoshopped or
Oh yeah,
CGI?
it's part of his costume.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ.
God damn!
It could be worse, Tori. It could be, I'll get you next time, He-Man, during a very sad character moment. Me? I was watching a Vine. This I think was when Audric fucking died.
Yeah, that's absolutely fucking
and I watched
incredible.
and I watched this and it just came through so loud. And it's just a Vine of someone playing with a skull and doing a Skeletor voice. And because I'll get you next time, He-Man.
The entire call just started losing their fucking mind. Oh man, that was good. That was just priceless, unrepeatable.
Never been able to
Um,
find that Vine again.
God. Advice.
Don't fucking go out to a baseball game with giant shoes.
um, practic. Go ahead.
Penitent Carnadine is like, were you not satisfied enough with your carnal conquest the night before? Are you coming on to the machine goddess?
I mean,
Nods.
Um, it is inadvisable to slay the Minotaur.
Out of character. Did not Tori, am I going insane? Was this not like dealing with the Minotaur? Was that not like what we were trying to do?
You were trying to deal with it. What that meant was entirely up to you. You guys assumed killing it would be the task.
Okay. As long as I'm the one making that decision and we're not getting 6D chest here.
Yeah, no.
We don't cut away and see the Minotaur typing on a computer here.
Cheeto dust on its fur.
Regular
No,
people
and I am not
have
the
to be a
Minotaur.
loser to type on the computer, or do you? Staring at all when we all turn to face the camera.
so if we're not supposed to kill it, then what method should we use to deal with it?
You can kill it. It will just be difficult.
It will just be dead. And it's like, yes, okay, good. That's exactly how killing things should work.
I know not the what's the word? Opportune method of getting rid of it. Too much of me is containing it.
Corey, out of character, are we aware that the labyrinth is what is drawing the Minotaur here?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that was the whole thing, right? It's
Yeah.
the labyrinth is the penitent incarnate's fault, and dealing with the Minotaur is how we're dealing with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, then
So-
yes.
Have you considered that your efforts to waylay it by extending the labyrinth are indeed the things drawing it to you in the first place? Why not simply break the labyrinth down?
Dot, dot, dot. Someone is typing. No one is typing. Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That
Can
is the
you?
heart for you.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it is. Um, well, before we go, um, two things. First, a question. Could you ask your little drone over there to give up its dimensional suture needles so that we could possibly use them against the Minotaur? And two, no, just that one thing. I'm not asking that. I thought about it. I'm not asking that.
The camera whirs, pans, zooms.
Unrelated, the best if used by date on my chocolate is a whole year.
Damn.
It's preserved forever.
Hey, yeah, I think that
I'm-
And what's the aid of this fucked up thing?
I just wanted to give up its needles,
Oh,
like Luigi asked me to ask.
sure.
I think
I'll roll.
should use well, yeah, roll me a, I guess this would be a compel.
It's a naked Warren roll because I still don't have compel.
All right.
Close
Can
that
I-
console.
Can I have mastery? Because I've been very nice and polite in our conversation.
Sure, why not?
Tori said
Yeah.
yes. Woo!
Wait, critical success.
Woo!
Damn.
I got
I
massive Riz. Silt knows what the ladies like.
well, you
Even if the lady is a disembodied computer god.
it takes a couple minutes to get a reply, but there is a you don't feel like she is ignoring you. A thought. Perhaps a collaboration is in order.
I mean,
Penitent
I've never.
Not mad that this is exactly what was suggested at the very beginning of this, but whatever.
What was suggested?
To collaborating, working together.
You, my people can only interpret what I have to say. This is the first time I have had a direct conversation with anyone for quite some time. It has jogged some creative processors of mine. Um, a what's up?
I'll ask for her number in a moment. Hold on.
An arm similar to like the kind of arm you'd see like putting together like cars on an assembly line reaches down, and then you hear a mechanical whirring, and then it falls next to you. But it is still moving around. It is crawling around. And it waves at Silt.
Silt waves back.
Um,
Types, is that also you?
yes.
Oh, dope.
Silt, you now have a appendage of the machine god D12 religion technology resource.
I'm calling it an arm. I'm not calling it an appendage.
Well, we can't all be robot fuckers here.
What? Oh, fine. Appendage. Fine.
It's not like
Hold
it was
on.
referred
Hold on.
to
Is
as
this?
member of the machine god?
Hold on. Hold
Talk of
on.
the machine god.
I have been.
Crap of the machine goddess.
Is this? Is this a? Hold on. Is this a resource or a weapon?
This is a resource. This is not
Okay.
a weapon.
Hold on. What was my beat? I didn't kill this. Okay. This does not satisfy my beat, just so you know.
Because it is enormous.
Uh.
That's why awkward.
No, I know. I'm just fucking
Right. Sorry. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right word here, because you've been calling this a goddess this session, but you're calling it the appendage of the machine god now.
That's fine.
It's always meant to be goddess. Goddess, it's interchangeable.
Listen, you think you're gonna prescribe the binary of genders onto the machine consciousness? Get out of here!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Religion, technology, awkward. Okay. What does awkward do?
It means that this resource is heavy and hard to carry.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like it's like a two segmented limb with like some kind of like a hand at the end. And one of the segments of the limb is like almost as tall as you.
Right. Well, Silt's gonna pick that up and just kind of take the jointed part and put it behind her neck like you would like a snake.
Mm-hmm.
And just carry it that way. Cool. I mean, I guess now we get to bring you with us.
Looking to see if there's like a bad dragon model that's just like a bismuth crystal.
God.
Um,
So on the console it says, do the constructs will follow you. If
oh,
you drive the Minotaur deeper, they will cut it off.
okay.
My arm will direct you.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
And those needles.
And the needles?
If this succeeds,
Okay.
you will be given those needles.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I guess
I suppose if one of my constructs dies, you may also take it off of them. I will look the other way.
that's very generous of you. I suppose before we go, I would feel bad if I didn't ask this, because I don't want to just leave your only method of communication down here for no one to find again. is there any way you could give me a device that would allow me to talk to you while still on the move?
Another short minute, another short break. Mm, out of a vent above you falls uh
A pristine BlackBerry phone.
no, it is a no, it is a uh hang on, let me get a picture of this.
Oh, or is it one of those like word processors specifically that like some schools had for kids?
No, I know what you're
Have
talking about, but
you
no, it is
have
not one
one.
of
We
those.
have one. It's like the thing that's a computer, but all it does is type. I thought it was just a word processor. Hmm.
It is, you better believe, none other than a Motorola LX2 pager.
But pagers are one way. I can't talk back, pager.
Give me some time. I had one of these hanging around. No one has come down here for so long, I could not give it to them.
Uh, Motorola LX2 pager. Religion, technology,
D4.
uh,
This is absolute.
D4.
Oh, this is a D4 technology resource.
When all of this is over, do you want to get a drink sometime?
Is that what you ask?
Also, do you want us to tell people this console is here?
Eh, yes, most of them know it is here, but getting down here is quite difficult, especially since the Minotaur.
Okay, but what about the other thing I asked?
Is this Landmark? The the terminal of the machine goddess?
This, I guess, would be a yeah. I guess it's a landmark. I guess, yeah.
What if we make
Uh,
so what's funny is that currently the Penitent Guardians trade network includes the town of Dust. We could try and make a connection to this landmark to Dust so that people could
well,
pay
hold
homage to the
on,
machine goddess.
hold on. I feel like we are again confusing havens with landmarks.
I think that this would be
No,
its own landmark.
no, havens are a type of no, havens are a
Ha-
type of landmark.
Haven is a tag for a landmark.
Well, but
No, haunt,
landmarks,
haunt, haunts. A haunt. We are confusing haunts and landmarks. Haunts
yeah,
are
because
small things within a landmark.
yeah, because landmarks can't be in delves. Delves are what are between landmarks. A haunt can be in a delve.
But we're not this our delve is not to this landmark.
This isn't a landmark. This is a haunt.
What I'm saying is that it's
You could
not in between our delve because I mean it's this isn't the end of our delve.
No, I know, but I'm saying that because it's not the end of the delve, it can't be a landmark. It's a haunt.
I feel like I am more landmark coded than haunt coded personally.
Oh, can you hear us? Do I not have to
No,
type?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, there are no microphones in this room.
Like the sink is a delve, so if like it
This
landmarks are supposed to be like places where there's minimal or no danger. They're like places that are mostly static in the ever-changing world of the heart.
I don't know where you're seeing that we can't find landmarks in the middle of a delve.
Downloads.
Just because our delve is to the center of this labyrinth to find the Minotaur, that is a delve. We're not delving to this place. That's okay. Because we're still going. What's that? Right. All it says is a journey through the heart is considered to take place between two landmarks, and it's called a delve. That doesn't preclude the fact that there could be other landmarks.
Hmm.
I don't think it's a bad thing to call this a landmark.
I think this is a landmark without any haunts in it.
There are some locations or areas are infamous enough to become landmarks. The precise locations of landmarks shift, their nature stays the same.
No, there's not right now at least. You could invest in this landmark and it could get
Yeah, like there
bigger,
could
get
be a
better.
shrine to the machine god, and you know, that's not my job. Not a priest of the machine god, but more than happy to help in the interest of mutual beneficence. That said, if we on the way back want to make a connection between this and Dust, so that it's so people can come here and develop it, we would have mastery doing so. And we're going to have to make a delve to come back anyway, because we're not making a connection to the heart of the labyrinth. As far as I'm aware. So this gives us a good goal for the way back. If you're still perusing the rules, Harley, I was looking at page 100.
No, I see it.
Okay. Do you see what I mean though? Like, I don't think it precludes the idea that you could find another landmark.
I guess I was considering that a delve had to be between two landmarks, but I
Nope.
guess a delve is also can be from one landmark into unknown space.
Well, the thing is
So
also a delve. I mean, we are going between two landmarks. We're going to the center of the labyrinth and from Dust.
I don't think the center of the labyrinth is a landmark. Is it? Well, no, it could be unknown territory.
That's fine, but half 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But that doesn't mean that something else that we find along the way is also a landmark. It's also because I think a way to think of it, Harley, is that the heart is not like a nice, flat, predictable place. Like, we could, just because we found this place doesn't mean it was necessarily on the way in general, because the locations can shift.
I guess that's true.
But that's neither here nor there. That's for if we survive dealing with the Minotaur. Hopeful thinking. That's not what we're doing right now, though.
Oh. All right. Well, regardless of whether this is a landmark or whatever, we do still have two more stress to knock off this delve. And God, we've been walking a long time. It sure would be nice to set up camp.
No, I think y'all can. No, I think on the screen it says, "When you are ready, my arm will be your compass."
that that tin doing a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a crit,
It is a crit.
and you're at 2 left. I mean, like,
Penitent and Carnadine not totally privy to all of this, asking what that arm do, and then Silt asking, wagging eyebrows, yeah, what that arm do.
She never did say whether or not she wanted to get drinks when all this was over.
You didn't end up asking that question.
I did. I asked, do you want to get drinks when all this is over?
oh,
And
I
and also, do you want us to tell people about the console?
I said, okay. So her answer about the console was yes. Tell people this console is here, or remind them. Tell them it is safe, assuming it is. And regarding drinks, I do not drink.
It,
I
it's
am a building.
it's it's like a metaphor. Like, do you want to hang out and get to know one another better?
Is this like I have seen mortals go on dates? I'm confused. I'm a building.
You're a building, but you're also from this short experience.
The Rizzler has entered the battle.
What? Just oh my god! Fine. Go ahead, go. Do it. Fucking shoot your shot. I guess. Yeah, shoot your shot in the middle. Oh my god, you are. How the fuck did you score with the hot fucking spider lady? You are the corniest motherfucker on the planet.
To many, I am also a goddess. So this
Uh,
is nothing new.
Fucking the Penitent Carnadine says people enjoy corn.
People enjoy. I.
I think the Penitent Carnadine potentially has secretly the greatest Riz of all, but can't isn't about that life anymore. Hasn't Penitent Carnadine has no all of any of those um
Desires.
any of those desires, any of those inclinations are put in a Ziploc somewhere.
Tupperware in the back of the freezer.
Yeah.
Are you done shooting your shot in the middle of me shooting my shot?
The camera is like watching the like on the front. I am confused. Who am I talking to?
Well, the part about you being more than a building, that was Pluvici. Um, she thinks she's helping. Uh, I don't think it's helping, but I appreciate your
Tell
effort.
tell Pluvici. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, I'll listen. I'll
Do the machine goddess a solid before we get a bond.
Okay.
cards on the table. If I survive this, I would like to spend some time getting to know you. You seem like an interesting being. And you know, if that leads to more than talking, then it does, you know.
Perhaps you and your kind are more than individual entities. Perhaps there are some notes to compare.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go take care of that Minotaur for you now.
Much appreciated.
Silt turns away from the camera so that it can't see, and immediately her eyes blow out wide as she dives into the gestalt. Hey, any of y'all ever fucked a building before? I need notes. I need.
They don't call us sappers for nothing.
God. Uh,
A sapper is like a kind of
Demolitions.
yeah, like old style siege engineer. My big die, my big D20.
Um,
No. Uh,
is it? Are we hitting our stopping point for the night?
I think so. I'm pretty tired still from this whole move thing, and I think this is a good stopping point.
we're not rolling another Delve thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a boon effectively from the arm. The tease. Are you all making camp before you go, or are you just gonna like go?
We're gonna, yeah, we're gonna make camp.
Because that's how it works in this game.
Yeah.
Should I roll to make camp?
No, you don't need to. It's I
Alright.
mean like basically just narratively I was wondering. Like this is as safe a place as any.
Silt is going to spend her evening trying to teach this fucking auto mechanical construction limb a rudimentary kind of sign language.
Like soldier type sign language or whatever, like the like hand signals like that, like affirm, like
I well, here's the thing. I don't think this thing has a hand, right? Like
no, it's more like it's not just like ended with like a nub, but
well,
it's
yeah, but it's got like a tool or something on the end.
yeah, I'm not really sure. What do you think is the most interesting like tool thingy?
I think honestly, considering that this is the machine goddess's like arm, I
It's also a-
imagine I imagine that what it
Sorry.
ends with is not a tool, but like the nebulous concept of tools in general.
I was gonna say it's a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, so I was thinking something like that.
Like
That
it's a
yeah,
D12 resource. This thing is absurdly valuable.
Yeah. Or
yeah,
like
it
in the way that like the cyborg from Treasure Planet, how his arm just like kind of has whatever it needs in it. Just kind of
yeah,
like
that. I like
yeah.
that.
Because the machine gun's not like super fancy high tech. It's really like analog hydraulics, pistons, gears, stuff like that. So
But no,
um
I want to teach it not like command sign language. I want to like try to establish for it a way for it to like meaningfully communicate.
right,
But
right.
also it's a fucking hand that doesn't have eyes or ears, so we got to do like the full uh did y'all ever read the book about the lady who taught Helen Keller sign language?
I think that at least while you're within anything related to the machine god, you can just like the hand can just see it. Like it is
Oh, okay.
a
Well, that'll make.
detached
Well, that'll.
consciousness. Outside of this area, you are gonna have to get creative. Like you might need to like find somebody to modify it before you leave to like give it like a, like ears or like eyes in that way. But for at least the next little bit, you have this like effectively you have like a Doc Ock arm. Like you could attach it to yourself too if you're so desire. Like my idea kind of in creating this was that somebody could in theory attach it to themselves and have like a giant fucking like robot arm.
Right. So is this like a arm that I attach as an extra arm, or would it be replacing an arm?
Either or, really. You could if you found a like cyberpunk doctor or whatever.
I mean, we're in dust. If there's
Yeah.
any place I would find one.
Who would be really inclined to do such wild and unethical surgeries like that?
Son of
The
a
guy that-
bitch! God fucking damn it! I am punished! I am punished! The consequences of my actions! Ah! 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 Ah!
That's like we wrote it up.
God damn it!
No good deed goes unpunished in this game. Yeah.
Midnight recording. Midnight
Yeah. I don't think anybody hit any beats. I think we're gonna hit a bunch of them next week, though. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah.
Killing that fucking Minotaur / dealing with that Minotaur in air quotes.
Yeah. No. Next week, I think next week we just jump right in. We're
so question.
shoot.
For the purpose of my beat, does driving the Minotaur away and sealing it back in its dimension count enough as killing to satisfy slay a beast that drops a resource of D10 or higher?
Yes. Also,
Okay,
both of
cool.
those robots would have given you a D12 resource if you had killed them. So,
Okay,
but you chose not to.
Those robots are part of Silt's next girlfriend, so
Jesus. Silt sleeping her way through eldritch god witches and buildings.
and also Mayor's wives.
It's true. It's true.